I thought building my own bar in Thailand would be heaven, and honestly, up until this point, everything's been okay. But today feels like hell. The transformation is happening and the pressure is building, and reality is starting to hit me now. Some people think owning a bar is just like a fun side project, but it's a lot more than that, and it's becoming my entire life. And now I am realizing that opening a bar means giving up a lot more than I initially expected. Today guys, I'm showing you the real journey and the transformation and the setbacks that I'm currently going through, which is having a bit of a knock-on effect, and the emotional roller coaster it's becoming with the pressure to deliver. I'm about to head to my bar on Soy 7, but before I get there, I just want to talk to you about this heaven and hell situation that I'm going through. Now, from what I've seen and people I've spoken to, everyone is expecting this to be like paradise, perfect, there's nothing going wrong, and you know, on Mac TV, you'll smash it, yeah. And that's, you know, kind of what I want to happen. But I'll be honest with you guys, the reality is a lot different to that. There's different changes being made each day. I'm going back on myself on different ideas, which is costing more time, more money, and just more stress, basically. The vision and the dream is there, but all this stuff happening behind the scenes is kind of grinding on me. Okay, let's make our way to my bar now. I'm just walking along Pattaya Beach Road, and I can see that high season is definitely upon us. The streets have a lot more traffic. There's a lot of people walking around, and it is getting hot. Okay, when I get to my bar, I'm going to talk to you about these changes that I want to make and some new design ideas. All right then guys, here I am at Lesion, and I want to talk to you about some of this stuff that's going through my head. Now, a lot of people have been saying this is too small, this design will not work. To be honest with you guys, I've just been ignoring all the comments and sticking to my guns. But now this thing is in, I'm starting to think, was this the best idea? Have I made a mistake here? I kind of wanted to shorten it, push it back a little, maybe have two little tables here, but the problem is a lot of the structural work has already been done and it's all being fitted in place now. So if I am to go back to the foreman and say, you know, can you move this, cut this, move it back, it's going to cost more time and more money, which is kind of my mistake. He's coming down in a minute, so I'm going to have a chat with him, but what I had envisioned was just two single tables, one here and one here, but that might be blocking off the entrance of it. But I need to speak to the foreman, like I said, and go over a few things and see whether it's a good idea or not. When you start building things like this, everything looks good on paper, doesn't it? And then when it's here, it looks completely different. There's a few things that have been made better, like this wall has been pushed right back, so that's good. We've created a hell of a lot more space back here. I'm not worried about the space and amount of people you can get in here because you get loads at the back. Okay, now I've spoke to you guys about what I think I want to change. Let me speak to you about what's going on behind the scenes, the effect this is having on my personal life. Now, there is a pressure to deliver with this bar, and the term, the weight on your shoulders, that term, I've never understood it so much more than I do now, because I do feel it. I've already put dates and times out there, so you know, that's adding another pressure if we don't meet that date and time. And there is a lot of responsibility that goes with running a bar, with myself, the business, all the money that's being spent, and you know, staff, and there's a lot of things to think about, I'm not gonna lie. And it just feels like every single little decision that I do make now feels massive and really important, because it's gonna determine how everything else is gonna move forward, and I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. I don't want to fail. If something goes wrong, it's just, I look stupid, don't I? And I don't want that to happen. And amongst all this pressure and everything going on with the bar, there's something else that's ticking over in the back of my mind. Days like this now, me sitting at the beach with a coconut are numbered, and I'm going to have less and less time going forward, and my time is going to be spent in the bar, and that might mean less videos in different places, and it's going to be more videos about the bar, which is good because it's promoting the bar and the business, and that's where my direction of life is heading right now. It's all changing, everything's going to change. This life that I've been living for the last 2 years is not going to be the same anymore. I love YouTube, I love making videos, but this bar is taking over my life, and it kind of scares me a little bit. They are gearing up for the fireworks festival, which I think is 25th, 26th and 27th of this month. There's a big Ferris wheel been put in at the runway market. Beach and all the roads are going to be hectic. I'm going to take a quick walk up Soi 6 now and have a look at some of the bar changes around that area too, because I have noticed some things look a bit different. Okay then guys, here we are, and the first change that I have noticed on this street is that this place that used to be called Takumi, an old broccoli shop, has now been changed to a place called All Season, and it's pretty big inside. It looks pretty cool. I haven't been in there. I'm okay, I'm just making a video, but I'll have aircon, have pool table.
Yes,
beautiful. Alright, well maybe they can have a look. Putting up some balloons here as well, must be someone's birthday. Yeah, it was an old broccoli shop. And by the way guys, for all you guys that are after some broccoli, I do have a link for it in the Mac TV network, and it's cheaper and better quality than you're going to find in any of these shops, and you can ask anyone in that group. If you want to get your broccoli delivered anywhere in Pattaya in 30 minutes, use my link and code MacTV5 for an additional discount. The next change I can see is that Promises has changed to Promise. I don't really know what's going on there. Probably new owners, but they're going to keep the same name on the lease or whatever, but they've had a new sign and spruced it up, and the exact same thing has happened to Playgirls. Same bar, just a new sign. I don't know, maybe this one is just a new sign and they're trying to make it look better. Here's a really funny update that I'll tell you about. I actually went into a bar down here the other day, and it's a bar that I thought I was allowed to go in, and they told me, oh no, you're banned from this bar, and this bar's part of another group and they own about 6 bars, and they've banned me for no reason, which I thought was quite funny. And they wouldn't give me a reason, they didn't tell me why, but I suspect because I'm opening up my own bar, people think I'm going to be going around and taking staff and stuff like that, scared of the competition. Otherwise, alright mate. Oh, thank you man.
How's your bar going? Okay.
Yeah, it's going along. Yeah, I suspect, you know, I'm opening up my own bar, they know I've got a following. And this is actually what happens when you get your own bar and become a bar manager. A lot of the other places around town will just ban you because they probably, you know, don't want you drinking in their bars and scared you're going to take the staff. And you know what guys, it's their loss 8 to 10 hours a day at the end of the day, because I've got to give up. I won't be spending my money there anymore. Being able to, and I'll tell outside of the bar, the other 70,000 followers that I've got, you know, meet different people. Money there. I've got to spend all my time in that place, meeting the people and making the business work, and I'm prepared to do that. Just hope now there's no more changes. Subscribe if you haven't already that needs to be made to this bar. I hope everything, like the video, just goes smooth from this point out, because every little change that, and I'll see you in the next one, happens now. Peace. It costs money, bye-bye, and time, and I've set these deadlines and I want to meet them.